Well, you fight like the devil to just keep your head above water. Chained to whatever you got that you can't throw away. And you're shooting through space on this river of life that you're riding. And it's whirling and sucking you deeper on down every day. So you turn to your trusty old partner to share some old feeling. And you find to your shock that your faithful companion is gone. And the truth slowly dawns that you're lost and alone in deep water. And you don't even know how much longer there is to go on. This goes out especially for the men and women serving their country overseas. Like an old holy Bible you've clung to through so many seasons, with the rules of survival in words you could still understand. When they prove something wrong you believed in so long, you go crazy. And you're so close to folding the cards that you hold in your hand, singing Holy Toledo, I can't see the light anymore. All those horizons that I used to guide me are gone, and the darkness is driving me farther away from the shore. Throw me a rhyme or a reason to try to go on. Thank you. Woo! See the ruin on the hill where the smoke is hanging still, like an echo of an age long forgotten. There's a story of a home crushed beneath those blackened stones, and the roof that fell before the beams were rotten. Cecil Darby loved his wife, and he labored all his life to provide her with material possessions. And he built for her a home of the finest wood and stone, and the building soon became his sole obsession. Oh, it took 300 days for the timbers to be raised, and the silhouette was seen for miles around. And the gables reached as high as the eagles in the sky, but it only took one night to bring it down. When Darby's castle tumbled to the ground, though they shared a common bed, there was precious little said in the moments that he'd set aside for sleeping, 'cause his busy dreams were filled with the rooms he'd yet to build, and he never heard young Ellen Darby weeping. Then one night he heard a sound as he laid his pencil down, and he traced it to her door and turned the handle, and the pale light of the moon through the window of the room split the shadows where two bodies lay entangled. Oh, it took 300 days for the timbers to be raised, and the silhouette was seen for miles around, and the gables reached as high as the eagles in the sky, but it only took one night to bring it down. When Darby's castle tumbled to the ground. Thank you. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, heading for the train, feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed a diesel down just before the rain took us all the way to New Orleans. I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana, blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With them windshield wipers slapping time and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sang up every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I'd done. Every night she kept me from the cold. Then somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away, for the home I hope she'll find. And I'd trade all my tomorrows for a single yesterday, holding Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing left is all she left for me. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Buddy, that was good enough for me. And Janice, good enough for me and Bobby. Thank you. The scene was a small roadside cafe. The waitress was sweeping the floor. Two truck drivers drinking their coffee. And two oaky kids by the door. How much are them candies, they asked her. How much have you got, she replied. We've only a penny between us. Them's two for a penny, she lied. And the daylight grew heavy with thunder, with the smell of the rain on the wind. Ain't it just like a human? Here comes that rainbow again. One truck driver called to the waitress after the kids went outside. Them candies ain't two for a penny. So what's it to you, she replied. In silence they finished their coffee, got up and nodded goodbye. She called, hey, you left too much money. So what's it to you, they replied. And the daylight was heavy with thunder, with the smell of the rain on the wind. Ain't it just like a human? Here comes that rainbow again. Ain't it just like a human? Here comes that rainbow again. Thank you. I was running through the summer rain and trying to catch that evening train and kill the old familiar pain weaving through my tangled brain. When I tipped my bottle back, I smacked into a cop I didn't see. Big mistake. That policeman said, Mr. Cool, if you ain't drunk, then you're a fool. I said, if that's against the law, tell me why I never saw a man locked in that jail of yours who wasn't either black or poor as me. Well, that was when someone turned out the lights. I wound up in jail to spend the night. True story. And dream of all the whining lonely girls in this best of all possible worlds. Well, I woke up next morning feeling like my head was gone and like my thick old tongue was licking something sick and wrong. I told that man I'd sell my soul for something wet and cold as that old cell. That kindly jailer grinned at me, all eaten up with sympathy. Poured himself another beer and came and whispered in my ear, if booze is just a dime a bottle, boy, you couldn't even buy the smell. I said I knew there was something I liked about this town, but it takes more than that to bring me down, down, down. 'Cause there's still a lot of whining lonely girls in this best of all possible world. Well, they finally came and told me they were gonna set me free, that I'd be leaving town if I knew what was good for me. I said it's nice to learn that everybody's so concerned about my health. I said I won't be leaving no more quicker than I can, 'cause I've enjoyed about as much of this as I can stand. I don't need this town of yours more than I never needed nothing else, 'cause there's still a lot of drinks that I ain't drunk, lots of pretty thoughts that I ain't thunk, and Lord, there's still so many lonely girls in this best of all possible worlds. I wrote this song a long time ago. Thank you. Ain't it kind of funny? Ain't it just the way though? Ain't you getting better? Running out of time, making pretty music, closer to your feelings, working on the reasons, running on the rhyme, heading for the highway. We're rolling like a river, soaring like an eagle, skipping like a stone, coming from the heartbeat. Nothing but the truth now. Everything is sweeter, closer to the bone. Oh, well, I ain't afraid of moonlight, ain't afraid of freedom. Blood will make you crazy, but your soul will keep you sane. Sailing to the starlight, over the horizon, open to the pleasure, equal to the pain. Heading for the highway, rolling like a river, soaring like an eagle, skipping like a stone, coming from the heartbeat. Nothing but the truth now. Everything is sweeter, closer to the bone. Thank you. Take the ribbon from your hair, shake it loose and let it fall, laying soft against my skin, like the shadows on the wall. Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through the night. I don't care what's right or wrong, I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. Lord, tonight I need a friend, 'cause yesterday is dead and gone, and tomorrow's out of sight. And it's sad to be alone. Help me make it through the night tonight. Thank you. Oh, this one's called Casey's Last Ride. Casey joins the hollow sound of silent people walking down the stairway to the subway in the shadows down below. following their footsteps through the neon darkened corridors of silent desperation, never speaking to a soul. The poison air he's breathing has the dirty smell of dying, 'cause it's never seen the sunshine, it's never felt the rain. But Casey minds the arrows and ignores the fatal echoes of the clicking of the turnstiles and the rattle of his chain. Oh, she said, Casey, it's been so long since I've seen you. Here, she said, just a kiss to make a body smile. See, she said, I've put on new stockings just to please you. Lord, she said, Casey, can you only stay a while? Casey leaves the underground and stops inside the Golden Crown for something wet to wipe away the chill that's on his bones. Seen his reflection in the lives of all the lonely men who reach for anything they can to keep from going home. Standing in the corner, Casey drinks his pint of bitter, never glancing in the mirror at the people passing by. Then he stumbles as he's leaving, and he wonders if the reason is the beer that's in his belly or the tear that's in his eye. Oh, she said, I suppose you seldom think about me. Now, she said, now that you've a family of your own. Still, she said, it's so blessed good to feel your body. Lord, she said, Casey, it's a shame to be alone. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Anymore, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. We've been injuring each other for much too long, and it's too late to try to save what might have been. It's over, nobody wins. Make believing in forever is just a lie, and it seems a little sadder each time we try. It's a shame to make the same mistakes again and again. It's over, nobody wins. We've gone too far, too long, too far apart. Leaving was easy, It's the living that's hard, and there's no need to stay to see the way it ends. It's over, nobody wins. It's over, nobody won. Wide awake and feeling mortal at this moment in the dream. That old man there in the mirror and my shaky self-esteem. Here today and gone tomorrow, that's the way it's gotta be. With an empty blue horizon for as far as I can see. God Almighty, here I am. Am I where I ought to be? I've begun to soon descend like the sun into the sea. And I thank my lucky stars from here to eternity for the artist that you are, the man you made of me. Pretty speeches still unspoken, perfect circles in the sand, rules and promises I've broken that I still don't understand. Sooner or later I'll be leaving. I'm a winner either way, for the laughter and the loving that I'm living with today. God Almighty, here I am. Am I where I ought to be? I've begun to soon descend like the sun into the sea. And I thank my lucky stars from here to eternity for the artist that you are and the man you made of me. Wide awake and feeling mortal. Thank you. Cool shadows fall through the moonlight, soft as the breeze through your hair, and the smile on your face while you're sleeping is the answer to anyone's prayer. Fill your heart for the morning tomorrow. You still got a long way to grow, and the love that you're dreaming will guide you and live like a song in your soul. And darling, if we're not together, There's one thing I want you to know. I'll love you from here to forever and be there wherever you go. There are so many feelings to follow, so many chances to take, so many ways you can stumble. Someday your heart's gonna break. Darling, take all the time that you're given. Be all you know you can be. And if you need a reason for living, do it for love and for me. And darling, if we're not together, there's one thing I want you to know. I'll love you from here to forever and be there wherever you go. I will love you from here to forever and be there wherever you go. All we ever owed each other for the time we spent together was the right to know it's over when it's gone. What it wasn't doesn't matter, and it still don't feel no better just to know who done who righteously or wrong. Lord, I wish that I could say that I could see a single way that we could take it back to where it used to be. Before the daylight broke to pieces, everything I used to make believe, and it's never gonna be the same again. I'm sorry we can't even still be friends, but trust in you has left some wounds that time ain't gonna mend, and it's never gonna be the same again. It's a shame to know it's over, and you're nothing but another pretty thing that I won't do before I die. But the saddest part of all is never knowing if you'll ever even wonder why. It's never gonna be the same again. I'm sorry we can't even still be friends, but trust in you has left some wounds that time ain't gonna mend, and it's never gonna be same again. Oh, it's never gonna be the same again. But maybe it'll be better. Thank you. I have seen the morning burning golden on the mountain in the sky. Aching with the feeling of the freedom of an eagle when she flies. Turning on the world the way she smiled upon my soul as I lay dying. Healing as the colors in the sunlight and the shadows of her eyes. Waking in the morning to the feeling of her fingers on my skin. Wiping out the traces of the people and the places that I've been. Teaching me that yesterday was something that I never thought of trying. Talking of tomorrow and the money, love, and time we had to spend. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. Coming close together with a feeling that I've never known before in my time. She ain't ashamed to be a woman or afraid to be a friend. I don't know the answer to the easy way she opened every door in my mind. But dreaming was as easy as believing it was never gonna end. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. Thank you. This is a true story here. Once upon a dusty reservation, somewhere in the land of Sitting Bull, Johnny Lobo played with fire and dreamed of open spaces, locked inside a heaven gone to hell. All the dreams were gone but not forgotten, murdered like the holy buffalo. Johnny Lobo knew the rules and grew into a warrior, fighting for his people and his soul. Oh, Johnny Lobo. Johnny Lobo, loaded down with lessons that he carried home from Vietnam to Wounded Knee. Johnny Lobo Lobo burned a flag he knew had been dishonored. Paid the price for thinking he was free. Someone set his house afire, burned it to the ground, with his wife and children locked inside. Later when the bitter tears were falling to the ashes, something good in Johnny Lobo died. Oh, Johnny Lobo. Johnny Lobo, in a darkened corner of a tavern, burning down old memories again. Johnny Lobo stares into the smoke and dreams of clouds, running like wild horses with the wind. Holy phoenix rising from the ashes into the circle of the sun. Johnny Lobo's warrior heart was burnished in the embers, and the battle's just begun. Oh, Johnny Lobo, oh, Johnny Lobo. Thank you. My daddy was a charmer, boys. He had a lot of style. He was the shining best at everything he did. Said that he could lighten up a room with just a smile. I was proud as hell to be his kid. Seemed like just as we were growing close together, he was gone. But it was long enough to show what I could be. And I sometimes feel his spirit fill my body like a song. This is what my daddy sings to me. If they deal you down and dirty in a way you don't deserve, you'll feel better if you take it like a man. If you let them drive you crazy, boy, they'll shut your business down. Shake it off and get your licks in when you can. 'Cause the heart is all that matters in the end. Woo. They say every song is sweeter when you sing it from the heart. I won't knock it 'cause I tried it and it's true. I may never get to heaven, but I've seen a lot of stars, and I'm here to bring the same advice to you. If they deal you down and dirty in a way you don't deserve, you'll feel better if you take it like a man or a woman. If you let them drive you crazy, boy, they'll shut your business down. Shake it off and get your licks in when you can. 'Cause the heart is all that matters in the end. Yeah, the heart is all that matters in the end. Thanks for the rhythm there. The heart is all that matters in the end. It was a bitter man who cursed the morning sun that brought her new betrayal every day. He shunned the world of mortals and the sounds of human tongues, and blessed the night that chased their sight away. A disillusioned dreamer who would never love again, who tried a bit and found that it was rotten, preferring perfect strangers to the company of friends, 'cause strangers are so easily forgotten. Oh, it's hard to keep believing when you know you've been deceived, to face the lie and dare to try again. But there's nothing like a woman with her spell of make-believe to make a new believer of a man. Duvalier took the fickle turns of fortune in his stride, expecting next to nothing out of life, till fortune found a girl to fan the flame he thought had died, whose burning beauty cut him like a knife. She touched him through the senses that his mind could not control, and smiling stepped aside and watched him fall. Betrayed by his own body and the hunger in his soul, Duvalier was a dreamer after all. Oh, it's hard to keep believing when you know you've been deceived, to face the lie and dare to try again. But there's nothing like a woman with her spell of make-believe, make a new believer of a man. Thank you. Here's a true story. Billy D was 17 when he turned 21, fooling with some foolish things he should have left alone. But he had to try to satisfy a thirst he couldn't name, driven toward the darkness and by the devils in his veins. All around the honky-tonks, searching for a sign, getting by on getting high on women, words, and wine. Some folks called him Crazy Lord, and others called him free. We just called us lucky for the love of Billy D. Busy going his own way and speaking his own words, facing and forgetting every warning that he heard, making friends and taking any crazy chance he could, getting busted for the bad times and believing in the good. Billy took a beating from a world he meant no harm. The score was written in the scars upon his arm. Some felt he was paying for the life he tried to lead, but all we felt was sorry for our good friend Billy D. It may be his soul was bigger than a body's ought to be, singing songs and bringing laughter to the likes of you and me. 'Cause the world he saw was sadder than the one he hoped to find. Wasn't near as lonesome as the one he left behind. Yesterday they found him on the floor of his hotel, reaching for the needle, Lord, that drove him down to hell. Some felt he was paying for the life he tried to lead, but all we felt was sorry for our our good friend Billy D. Thank you. I missed the last line. I'm supposed to have said he was crucified, and that's what I forgot to say. I heard the front door closing softly as I wakened from my sleep, with the last touch of her soft lips, like a whisper on my cheek, and I cursed the sun for rising, for the worst was yet to come, 'cause this morning she's just leaving, but come sundown she'll be gone. See the lipstick on the pillow that I place beneath her head, and the soft sheets still feel warm there where she lay upon my bed, and it hurts to know it's over, 'cause the hurt just begun, 'cause this morning she's just leaving me, but come sundown she'll be gone. Thank you. This one's called In the News. Read about the sorry way he done somebody's daughter, chained her to a heavy thing and threw her in the water, and she sank into the silence with her baby son inside her. Little piece of truth and beauty died, burning up the atmosphere and cutting down the trees. The billion-dollar bombing of a nation on its knees. Anyone not marching to their tune, they call it treason. Everyone says God is on his side. See the lightning, hear the cries of the wounded in a world in holy war. Mortal thunder from the skies, killing everything they say they're fighting for. Broken babies, broken homes, broken-hearted people dying every day. How'd this happen? what went wrong. Don't blame God, I swear to God, I heard him say, not in my name, not on my ground. I want nothing but the ending of the war. No more killing, or it's over. And the mystery won't matter anymore. Read about the sorry way he done somebody's daughter, chained her to a heavy thing and threw her in the water. And she sank into the darkness with their baby son inside her. A little piece of truth and beauty died. Thank you. There was a man named Mahatma Gandhi, would not bow down, he would not fight. Knew the deal was down and dirty, nothing wrong could make it right away. But he knew his duty and the price he had to pay. Just another holy man who tried to be a friend. My God, they killed him. Another man from Atlanta, Georgia, named Martin Luther King, shook the land like rolling thunder, made the bells of freedom ring today, with the dream of beauty they could not burn away. Just another holy man who dared to make a stand. My God, they killed him. The only Son of God Almighty, the Holy One called Jesus Christ, healed the lame and fed the hungry. For his love they took his life away. On the road to glory, where the story never ends. Just another holy man, the Holy Son of Man. My God, they killed him. Sing about Mahatma Gandhi, sing of Martin Luther King, sing of Jesus Christ Almighty and the brothers Kennedy. Thank you. There's a song in my soul for the sun going down when it dies at the end of the day, with the sadness descending as soft as the sound of the light that was slipping away. The heavens above me seem empty and gray as dreams that won't ever come true. Then the star-spangled glory of love filled the skies and my heart with the wonder of you. Pretty berries I carried to you, pretty flowers to hold in your hand, pretty reasons for dreams coming true, and for doing the best that you can. I swear to be the chance I was given to live and believe in the love and the wonder of you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. You guys got a lot of patience. I like She would meet me in the morning on my way down to the river, waiting patient by the China berry tree, with her feet already dusty from the pathway to the levee, and her little blue jeans rolled up to her knees. I'd pay her no attention as she tagged along beside me, trying hard to copy everything I did. But I couldn't keep from smiling when I'd hear somebody saying, "Look yonder, there goes Jody and the kid." Even after we grew older, we could still be seen together as we walked along the levee holding hands. 'Cause as surely as the seasons she was changing to a woman, I'd lived enough to call myself a man. And she often lay beside me in the coolness of the evening till the morning sun was shining on my bed. And at times when she was sleeping, I'd smile when I'd remember how they used to call us Jody and the kid. Now the world's a little older, and the years have changed the river, 'cause there's houses where they didn't used to be. And on Sundays I go walking down the pathway to the levee with another little girl who follows me. And it makes the old folks smile to see her tag along beside me, doing little things the way her mama did. But it gets a little lonesome when I hear somebody saying, "Look yonder, there goes Jody and the kid." Thank you. I come from just the other side of nowhere to this big time lonesome town. They got a lot of ice and snow here, half as cold as all the people I found. Not here, no. Every way I tried to go here seemed to bring me down. Seen about enough to know where I belong. I got a mind to see the headlights shining on that old white line between my heart and home. Sick of spending Sundays wishing they was Mondays, sitting in a park alone. So give my best to anyone who's left, whoever done me any loving way but wrong. Tell them that the pride of just the other side of nowhere's going home. Taking nothing back to show there for these dues I paid. With a soul I almost sold here, the body I've been giving away. Fading from the neon nighttime glow here, heading for the light of day. Just the other side of nowhere, going home. Thank you. See him wasted on the sidewalk in his jacket and his jeans, wearing yesterday's misfortunes like a smile. Once he had a future full of money, love, and dreams, which he spent like they was going out of style. And he keeps right on a-changing for the better or the worse, searching for a shrine he's never found, never knowing if believing is a blessing or a curse, or if the going up was worth the coming down. He's a poet, he's a picker, he's a prophet, he's a pusher, he's a pilgrim and a preacher, and a problem when he's stoned. He's a walking contradiction, partly truth, partly fiction, taking every wrong direction on his lonely way back home. He has tasted good and evil in your bedrooms and your bars, traded in tomorrow for today, running from his devil's lord and reaching for the stars, and losing all he loved along the way. But if this world keeps right on turning, for the better or the worse, and all he ever gets is older and around, from the rocking of the cradle to the rolling of the hearse, going up was worth the coming down. He's a poet, he's a liar, he's a prophet, he's a dreamer, he's a pilgrim and a preacher, and a problem when he's stoned. He's a walking contradiction, partly truth and mostly fiction, taking every wrong direction on his lonely way back home. And there's a lot of wrong directions on that lonesome way back home. Well, you guys got a lot of heart. I gotta thank you for that. It was wintertime in Nashville, down on Music City Road. I was looking for a place to get myself out of the cold, to warm the frozen feeling that was eating at my soul, keep the chilly wind off of my guitar. My thirsty wanted whiskey, my hungry needed beans, but it'd been a month of paydays since I'd heard that eagle scream. So with a stomach full of empty, pocket full of dreams, I left my pride and stepped inside a bar. Actually, I guess you call it a tavern. Cigarette smoke to the ceiling and sawdust on the floor. Friendly shadows. I saw that there was just one old man sitting at the bar. In the mirror, I could see him checking me and my guitar. And he turned and said, "Come up here, boy, and show us what you are." I said, "I'm dry." He bought me a beer. He nodded at my guitar and said, "It's a tough life, ain't it?" I just looked at him. He said, "You ain't making any money, are you?" I said, "You've been reading my mail." He just smiled and said, "Let me see that guitar. I got something you ought to hear." Then he laid it on me. If you waste your time talking to the people who don't listen to the things that you are saying, who do you think's gonna hear? And if you should die explaining how things that they complain about are things that could be changing. Who do you think's gonna care? There were other lonely singers in a world turned deaf and blind who were crucified for what they tried to show. And their voices have been scattered by the swirling winds of time, 'cause the truth remains that no one wants to know. Well, that old man was a stranger, but I'd heard his song before. Back when failure had me locked out on the wrong side of the door. And nothing stood behind me but my shadow on the floor. Lonesome was more than a state of mind. You see, the devil haunts a hungry man. If you don't want to join him, you gotta beat him. I ain't saying I beat the devil, but I drank his beer for nothing. Then I stole his song. And you still can hear me singing to the people who don't listen to the things that I'm saying, praying someone's gonna hear. I guess I'll die explaining how the things that they complain about are things they could be changed, hoping someone's gonna care. I was born a lonesome singer and I'm bound to die the same, but I gotta feed the hunger in my soul. And if I never have a nickel, I won't ever die ashamed, 'cause I don't believe that no one wants to know. All right, I rest my case. You gave me back my soul again by... Oh, wait just a second. It's water, I promise. You gave me back my soul again by showing me the laughter and the wonder in your eyes. And save me from the shuttered man I used to be. And opened up the windows of my life. And the happiness you've given me for loving you is sweeter love and deeper every day. But I can't stop the changes that you're growing through, or someone new from stealing you away. So darling, when it's time, you can spread your wings and I'll set you free to fly away. And it's okay, 'cause darling, time changes everything, but it won't change me. I love you, oh, I love you. Inside of me, you'll always be my Valentine. And I pray your freedom makes your dreams come true. As long as there's a heartbeat in this soul of mine, you'll know there's someone so in love with you. it's okay. 'Cause darling, time changes everything, but it won't change me. I love you, oh, I love you. Thank you. Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. You did too, didn't you? Then I fumbled through my closet for my clothes, found my cleanest dirty shirt, and I'm wearing it. And I washed my face and combed my hair, stumbled down the stairs to meet the day. I'd smoked my brain the night before on cigarettes and songs that I've been picking. I lit my first and watched a small kid cussing at a can that he was kicking. Then I crossed the empty street and caught the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. And it took me back to something that I'd lost somehow, somewhere along the way. The Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing the Lord that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound on the sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. In the park I saw Daddy with a laughing little girl who he was swinging. I stopped beside a Sunday school, listened to the song that they were singing. Then I headed back for home, and somewhere far away a lonesome bell was ringing. And it echoed through the canyon like the disappearing dreams of yesterday. The Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. Oh, there's something in a Sunday makes your body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound on the sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. Thank you. Deep in the heart of the infinite darkness, a tiny blue marble is spinning through space. Born in the splendor of God's holy vision, and sliding away like a tear down his face. Closer you see the whole wide holy wonder of oceans and mountains and rivers and trees, and the strangest creation of many, the human, a creature of laughter and freedom and dreams. Now the warriors are waving their old rusty sabers. Preachers are preaching a gospel of hate. By their behavior determined to teach us a lesson we're soon to be learning too late. Look closer, my brother, we're killing each other. We better stop and get started today, because life is the question and life is the answer, and God is the reason, and love is the way. Life is the question and life is the answer, and God is the reason, and love is the way. Don't look so sad. I know it's over, but life goes on. This old world will keep on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together. There's no need to watch the bridges that we're burning. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window. Make believe you love me one more time. One more time. For the good times. Thank you. This may be our last good night together. We may never pass this way again. Just let me enjoy it till it's over or forever. Please don't tell me how the story ends. See the way our shadows come together, softer than your fingers on my skin. Someday these may be all we remember of each other. Please don't tell me how the story ends. Never's just the echo of forever. lonesome as a love that might have been. Let me go on loving and believing till it's over. Please don't tell me how the story ends. Please don't tell me how the story ends. God bless you. You're a great audience. And the show's going to get better here. You gave me back my soul again by showing me the laughter and the wonder in your eyes. It saved me from the shuttered man I used to be. Opened up the windows of my life, and the happiness you've given me for loving you is sweeter love and deeper every day. But I can't stop the changes that you're growing through, or someone new from stealing you away. So darling, when it's time, you can spread your wings, and I'll set you free to fly away. And it's okay, 'cause darling, time changes everything, but it won't change me. I love you. I love you. Inside of me, you'll always be my Valentine. And I pray your freedom makes your dreams come true. As long as there's a heartbeat in this soul of mine, you'll know there's someone so in love with you. Darling, when it's time, you can spread your wings, and I'll set you free to fly away. And it's okay, 'cause darling, time changes everything, but it won't change me. I love you. Oh, I love you. God bless you. Thank you. You're a great audience. And it gets better.